The little village baby bank is technically in lockdown, but demand has never been higher. Poverty is rising fastest among families with children under 5. In the month after lockdown, referrals here jumped by more than 65%. Sarah first came to Little Village with her young daughter after fleeing domestic violence. That's why we're protecting her identity. Already struggling, she says the lockdown has created new pressures.
Mentally and physically, it's so draining. Financially, it's probably worst I've ever gone through.
Unable to travel to her normal food markets, she says at the beginning she couldn't afford eggs or milk as prices jumped in her local shops. Not being able to get out has exacerbated her loneliness. But practical struggles right now seem dwarfed by the death of her dreams.
I used to be quite hopeful, but this lockdown has made me so hopeless. I thought I could start working and she could go to school, but no jobs will be hiring for a long while because of the impact of this pandemic. It's caused a lot of businesses to shut down. And that's what makes me worry even more. I won't be able to get out of my situation for a good year or so, and that makes me worry every single day. I can't sleep most nights. I have sleepless nights worrying about it.
The snapshot survey of more than 130 frontline professionals and charities across London reveals families who are already in poverty have been hit hard by the pandemic, and the damage to children could be long-lasting. 70% say these children will go without essentials like nappies. 64% say these children will go hungry, and 81% say they will be at greater risk of neglect. The government says it is ensuring financial support for the poorest in society with a package of measures, including income protection schemes and protection for renters, and that universal credit has also been increased by £80 a month. Danielle has 3 children under 4. She says the benefit cap effectively cancels out the extra cash for her. She's found the cost of lockdown high on all fronts.
It's been quite hard, especially money-wise, and finding things in shops, it's been a nightmare, especially baby products. Even though everyone was going on about toilet rolls, I was struggling to get baby food, and nappies were all out as well, and baby wipes.
Do you think it's a combination of the financial pressure that you feel, and that I assume you feel a lot of the time anyway, but also the isolation, being in the house, just you with the 3 children? What's that been like?
It's been a nightmare, to be fair. I'm not going to put it lightly. It's been really tough with not being able to see everyone that I have as a support network, because I've got depression and anxiety as it is. Because they are my rock. They get me through the days, luckily, and if I couldn't be with them, it'd be an absolute nightmare.
However tough, Danielle says she is coping. But what about the families who aren't and may slip below the radar altogether? For almost all the frontline workers who took part in the survey, including midwives, social workers and health visitors, one of the greatest concerns is being unable to support families properly. We are unable to see them to ensure their safety, and this worries me. The added stress of a lockdown is putting children in danger. My heart is breaking because we do not have the power to fix these things. And I know the people I work with are going to be even more worse off by the time the crisis ends.
That kind of first line of defence for families, that first sort of safety net for families is just being eroded, and that will get worse. The impact of that will get worse as time goes on. It makes me feel very angry in a way that we are where we are, that a crisis, a public health crisis, is going to lead to a much bigger social crisis as well for families that were already struggling. They're just going to be worse off at the end of this.
For Sarah, there is one ray of light.
Oh, she keeps me alive. Just a simple smile or her giggling at the silliest things we do in our rooms. She provides that strength to carry on, to pull through.